Today we're going to solve this simple circuit using the mesh method. So we're going to draw in these circles here and name them I1 and I2. So this is essentially saying that we have I1 going around here and current I2 going around here. And now we're just going to do a voltage loop around each of these boxes. So let's start with I1. We're going to start here and go upwards. So it's going to be -5 from the power source since we hit this minus sign first. When we hit this resistor here, it's always going to be a positive because we're going with the direction of the current. It's going to be plus 2I1 from Ohm's law. Then we're going to go down through the 3 ohm resistor, which is the tricky bit of the mesh method. So I'm going to write it as plus 3 I1 minus I2. So this comes from, as we're going this way with I1, that's going to be the positive one for this. And I2 is coming up this way, so it's like pushing against it through this resistor. So we're going to do minus I2. Now we've finished our loop, so we're going to say equals 0. If we tidy this equation up a bit, we end up with 5I1 minus 3I2 equals 5. I'm going to call that equation 1. Now we're going to do the exact same thing, but for I2, we'll start at this bottom point here and go up. So now that we're going with I2, this is going to be 3I2 minus I1. Because I1 is now pushing against the direction that we're doing our loop in. Now back down the other side, we've got plus 2I2, and we've finished our loop, so it equals 0. We rearrange that a little bit, we get minus 3I1 plus 5I2 equals 0. And we'll call that equation 2. So now we just simultaneous both of those equations together, and we end up with I1 equals 1.56 amps and I2 equals 0.94 amps.